overall team score.
And now at 184 pounds, it's Nicholas Gravina going up against Matt Irick for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, Irick coming in, lost his last 6 duels. He's been battling some injuries all season, but he's here healthy tonight. 1-3 in the Big Ten, going up against Gravina, 20th ranked in the Intermat rankings at 4-1 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, Irick, something of a quasi-senior, although he's on the roster as a redshirt junior. He'll be graduating this season, or rather this upcoming spring. This will be his last few matches with Indiana. I was talking to him yesterday outside the locker room, and didn't get too emotional about it, but he said there's no doubt you try to block it out, but this is a special evening. Him and a few of his best friends are seniors, and he's got to watch a lot of these guys, including himself, grows. You see 2 points of war on takedown. And he rooms with fellow seniors Eric Roach, and on a road trip he rooms with the coach's son, senior Garrett Goldman, who we'll see at the heavyweight.
Yeah, Garrett Goldman, obviously coach's son, coach of Dwayne Goldman for Indiana, but Matt Irick really, I mean, senior night's a tough night for everybody. It's your last match. It's a little bittersweet, but it would make it much more sweeter if he can get out with a win.
We talked about the struggles coming into this year in the Big Ten, and when Irick talked about what he wanted his legacy to be and what he wanted to be remembered by, he said maybe some of the standard things that, he's a hard worker, he was a good teammate, something you can come and talk to. But from an on-the-mat standpoint and a statistical standpoint, getting that first Big Ten win, getting the monkey off their back when they beat Minnesota. Welcome back to University Gymnasium. David Sugarman alongside Josh Eastern. As we say the replay here, Nicholas Gravina, who just came back after a short injury timeout, trying to figure out exactly what happened here. It looked like it was something with his finger. Still no real indication of what happened here, but Gravina back out on the mat and trying to stop an escape point here from Matt Irick.
Yeah, looks like Gravina got his hand taped up. That's his left hand, so we'll see if that affects him at all. Kind of see that right there on the screen in the middle.
You can see he's got a few of those fingers taped together. No prior injuries to the finger. He had a shoulder injury that had been bothering throughout the season coming in today. And nothing going on with that hand or those fingers. As you can see, he won't be able to extend those fingers and reach out maybe quite as well.
Yeah, Gravina really taking it to Irick right now. Maybe got a little bit more, maybe something through that injury gave him a little bit more energy out of that timeout.
Certainly it looked like he came out with a little bit of extra juice, not resulting in any points just yet. Can't get the shoulders of Irick vertical. Irick doing a good job fighting off, but can't quite escape the grip. As we come under 30 seconds here in the first period. Plenty of riding time racking up, though, so for Gravina.
Yeah, Irick's going to have it.
Now over
it's going to be up against him.
Now almost 2.5 minutes worth of riding time for Gravina. As Irick doing his best to get an escape point here late. And not rewarded with an escape point, but does get out of bounds. 3 seconds left in the first period. They'll head back to referee's position. Irick on the bottom, Gravina on top. 3 seconds left. And again at the last second, we see Indiana able to pick up an escape point. So a nice job there by Irick. We saw the same thing with Nate Jackson at the end of his bout. At the end of the third period, it was a tie bout. As we see the replay here, Irick able to escape at the last second. So Indiana fortunate, doing a nice job in the last few seconds of matches, able to pick up some late points.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 minutes, doesn't end at 5 seconds, ends right when the buzzer sounds, so you got to go right up to the buzzer. It's kind of like in football. You play right to the whistle. Wrestling, go right up until that buzzer sounds.
Now just a 2-1 edge for Gravina. He picks up an escape point. Of course, Gravina already looking at another point likely with his riding time, 2 minutes and 18 seconds right now.
And it looks like the ref's going over to talk to a fan. I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe they want to kick him out.
It looks like that's exactly what be going on. We had a couple of passionate fans who made the trip from Piscataway, getting right up in the face of the officials. And a little bit of playful jaunting. Not playful jaunting as that gentleman exits the building. And a PA announcement is made throughout University Gymnasium. So you see that gentleman, I think he was escorted out. He's just going right back up the stairs. So
yeah, he's going to have the last word, too.
And he's saying to control the match, I think he needs a little bit of help controlling his mouth there as he's finally helped escorted out of the building. And we can get on with what we came here to watch.
It's really too bad, though, when the fans kind of take over from the athletes. It's supposed to be about the athletes here on the mat.
I can go home and watch The Sopranos anytime I want. I came here to watch a top 25 Big Ten wrestling matchup, and we got one right now with the Indiana Hoosiers, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, David Sugarman alongside Josh Eastern. On match points, Rutgers with a 1-point edge, 4-3 here in the third bout. Number 20th ranked wrestler in the nation, Matt Gravina, getting all he can handle from Matt Irick, who's going for the single leg takedown right now.
Yeah, this is kind of the best we've seen Irick so far in this match. Gravina's had the upper hand, but now Irick trying to scrap together a couple points here.
Still no points from Warrior on either side. Now Gravina gets topside position. And both sidelines very animated right now. Still no points awarded. And they're going to allow the wrestlers to reset. Nothing going on there. 35 seconds left in the second period. But that, and in just a 2-point edge right now for Gravina. Irick right there, but that riding time is going to become a big factor. 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Irick's really not been able to get anything really going on. Gravina with that riding time will get some extra points at the end, and Irick's going to have it up against him. He's got to make a move here pretty soon.
15 seconds remaining in the second period. And 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left, 3. And that will be the end of the second period. So we head to the third period, 2 more minutes on the clock. Matt Irick trailing by 1, but a massive edge in riding time, which could be a big factor here when it's all said and done. A 2-minute, 18-second edge for the 20th ranked wrestler in the nation.
Yeah, we'll see if Irick can get an escape point out. They just let him right up, and he gets a point. There you go.
Well, interesting. Gravina clearly content to give Irick the point, knowing he'll get the riding time point. Try to get at a couple of takedowns, get some extra points on the board, and expand his lead. Clearly not worried about losing his riding time. There was maybe no point in trying to rack up a lot more there.
Looked like went for that single leg takedown. Still no points awarded.
We see Gravina doing his best to turn Irick onto his side. Again, racking up the riding time, and they'll allow both wrestlers to go back to neutral.
Two very animated sidelines over here. Dwayne Goldman really getting into it. Scott Goodell on the other side, pacing back and forth. Both teams into this one. Big time matchup.
So we see Gravina adjust the tape on his fingers. Was slipping off there. Wonder what type of pain he is in right now. Hasn't seen a big impact on him. He's been able to maintain the lead throughout the match.
I mean, this one's close right now, but with that riding time, that's going to hurt Irick in the end, I think.
Yeah, a 1-point edge. We are now under 50 seconds left in this third period. And we see the chin strap fall off of Gravina, so some dangerous play. And the official will take a timeout, let him readjust. 42 seconds left in the third period at 184 pounds.
Yeah, Gravina right now just kind of needs to hold off Irick. He's pretty much got this one with that riding time, but still don't want anything catastrophic to happen right now. And both these wrestlers at a stalemate here in this third period.
Irick's going to have to pull out all the stops these last 20 seconds. Goes for the takedown. And he gets a point there, so now it's 3-3 late. The riding time could be it. It could be the deciding factor unless he gets a takedown late. And that will be the end of the period. It's going to be 3-3, but it should be a 1-point edge and a decision win for Nick Gravina.